We love diving down the rabbit hole that is Overwatch lore and crafting theories about its heroes and their stories. But as time's gone on and we've had some clarifications from Blizzard, a number of theories have fallen apart.
Lots of theories about Mercy. She is definitely not an immortal vampire.
Here are the 4 most popular fan theories to be debunked.
Looks like I have time to do some research.
One of the most popular fan theories for a long time was that Alejandra, the girl from the hero animation, was in fact Sombra. There was a fair bit of evidence for this. During the video, we get some clear views over the skyline of Dorado, but the Lumerico power plant that now looms over the in-game map is missing, meaning the video's events took place in the past, unlike many of the others which happen around the present day. The events in the video would have happened at most about 5 years ago, but possibly sooner depending on how long it takes Lumerico to construct those power plants. Either way, this would give time for Alejandra to have grown into her late teens around the same age as Diva. The second clue happens when Alejandra pulls down the poster at the end of the video. The number 23 is revealed behind it. Sombra was the 23rd character to be released for the game, and many hints of her existence included the number 23. For many people, this was enough to create the connection that Alejandra would grow up to become Sombra. Fans ran with these ideas, crafting theories on how she would be a vigilante following in Soldier 76's footsteps or fighting against the Los Muertos gang. However, when we finally met Sombra at BlizzCon last year, the theories were put to rest. Sombra was revealed to be an orphan of the Omnic Crisis and to be about 30 years old. This makes her way too old to be Alejandra. If you wanted even more evidence, there is also the lack of a beauty spot under Alejandra's eye that is present on Sombra's face even at a young age.
Initiating the hack.
Sticking with Sombra for a moment, we have one of the craziest and most elaborate fan theories in the history of Overwatch. As many of you will remember, in the run-up to Sombra's release, Blizzard ran a very long ARG that gave players various clues to solve. While on the hunt for these clues, what became known as the Sky Code was discovered above Dorado. People began trying to work out its meaning, looking for codes or hidden meaning in this wheel in the sky. Amazingly, one player even turned it into a piece of music. Theories went back and forth, and people devoted ways of trying to uncover the meaning behind the Sky Code, but eventually Blizzard stepped in to stop the madness. They provided a new clue, which included the phrase, "Why are you looking at the sky? The answer isn't over your heads." This put players back on track, but Blizzard was seemingly so impressed by the community's efforts to create something from nothing that they included various references to the Sky Code in Sombra's release, including a spray and her amused emote.
Self-medicating.
Alright, another very popular myth is that Mercy doesn't age. The evidence for this comes from a few locations. First is some artwork where Mercy is pictured alongside young versions of Ana, Reyes, and Morrison. And while they now look old and tired, Mercy doesn't seem to have aged a day. Backing this up is an exchange of voice lines with May where she discusses her lack of aging.
May, you haven't aged a day. What's your secret?
Cryostasis, but I'm not sure if I'd recommend it. Dr. Ziegler, I don't think you've aged a day since I last saw you.
And neither have you, May.
However, Michael Chu, the lead writer of Overwatch, has completely debunked this theory. First, on the topic of the artwork, he states that Morrison, Reyes, Ana, and Torbjorn should all appear older than they are, and that their age is portrayed incorrectly in these photos. He went on in another post to categorically state that Mercy does, in fact, age, putting this fan theory to rest once and for all.
Take 2 and call me in the morning.
The theory that Mercy operated on Gabriel Reyes to turn him into Reaper is one of the most popular fan theories to ever exist in regards to Overwatch. We've even discussed it here, but it all stems from a voice line that never even existed in the first place. It all started with Reddit user OJ Paper, who wrote a fantastic thread on the subject, and while much of the evidence remains true, one key part of the theory has been debunked. There are 2 voice lines that those who support the theory quote to back it up. The first is,
What happened to you?
You tell me, Doc.
Which by itself isn't very incriminating, but supporters of the evil Mercy theory have also quoted a second line where Mercy says, "This is not what I intended for you," and Reaper replies, "You knew exactly what you were doing." Now that would be pretty damning evidence, except it looks like that exchange never existed in the first place. Michael Chu once again helps us out here and has repeatedly said the exchange was never in-game. He's even revisited his notes and scripts to be 100% sure but can find no evidence of it. What's interesting, however, is that some players remain adamant that they have heard the line during the early beta, but so far no one has been able to show video with the lines being spoken, and our extensive searches have found no evidence of its existence either. So while Mercy might still be evil, she certainly never said those infamous words. While these fan theories might have been shut down, there are still plenty more floating about, and we will continue to research and bring you the best of them. But for now, what do you think about those that have been debunked? Do you still think Mercy operated on Reaper? Are you adamant you heard the infamous voice line in-game? Let me know in the comments below. As always, this has been Jason for Curse saying thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.